Alright, I'm back at my usual spot. I'm on the bottom side. It's very, very windy today. Snowing like crazy. Could get bad this evening, but I figure I'd get out here before it does. I'm gonna put my recorder over on this side for a while at a new spot. And this is the first time I've been back on this side. So I want to check the lifting spot, see if anything's changed there. Probably hard to tell on the camera, but it's snowing, super windy. It's pretty cold. That's part of squatching. Take the good with the bad. I think I'm going to put the recorder over near that abandoned camp, that area. Since the last time I was down here, I heard something take off through there, and then something came up behind us while we were trying to get over that hill. So I think that's where I'm going to put recorders, over in that area. Might be something moving around over there, I don't know. Haven't been picking up much on the other side anymore. It's funny that very first night that I had it out, I got that vocal. And I think it was responding to seeing my recorder. I think it looked over, saw that recorder, and it went, and then never heard nothing else after that. I mean, out of like a month of recording in that same area, that was the only thing. It's the very first night. So I think maybe it saw the recorder and decided to stay clear of that area. I have an idea that I want to try over here, but it's kind of been on hold. I didn't get to go to Kentucky because my van broke down. I had an old 98 F-150 truck that the fuel pump went out on, and the only way to change it was to either drop the gas tank or take the bed off the back. And this thing was so rusted out, being a 98. It only had 120,000 miles on it, but it was a city truck. So the engine was great on it, but the body was really ate up. And got underneath it looking, and the frame was starting to rust out pretty bad. It was just, I mean, it was getting where it really wasn't even safe. So finally, regrettably, made the decision to take it to a scrapyard. And since I couldn't drive it, I had to tow it with our van with the tow rope, and towed it there. And on the way back, the van stalled before we got to the house, and then I noticed it was smoking and it was making a lot of ticking sounds. It must have messed up one of the bearings. It was burning oil. So I ended up taking the van to the same scrapyard like 2 days later. So I had to cancel my trip to Kentucky. Then we had to save up for a couple months to get something else. So we bought this van. It's 2013. Had 147,000 miles. Pretty nice shape. Had the stow and go seats, which is what I really wanted, because I was getting so tired of dragging the seats in and out every time we go somewhere, or every time I go camping. The stow and go, they just drop right down in the floor. So we got this van Paid $4,000 for it. Drove it home. It sat there at the house for 2 days. It's when we got all that snow. And then we went to go somewhere. We got probably not even a mile down the road. It was overheating. Started dinging and the gauge went all the way up. So we turned around and went back to the house and called the guy. So he said to have it towed to the shop that worked on it, because the guy was supposed to have changed the water pump and thermostat on it. So he was going to take it back to that same shop. And turned out it was almost an hour away. We have full coverage on it, but they only cover towing it 25 miles. So I had to pay $76 towing bill to get it to the shop. He has it there for that day and go back the next day to pick it up. Says he's got it fixed. Drive it back home. We drove to a friend's house that lives an hour away. Drove there and back. Then the next day she goes to the grocery and it overheats again. So luckily it didn't overheat till she got almost back to the house, so she made it back home. Called the guy again. He wants us to tow it there again. And luckily, at least he offered to pay for the towing, since I paid for the last one. So we towed it there again, and he had it there for a couple days. He says he's got it fixed now. We got it back home today. So hopefully it's taken care of. Turns out, he said, it has 2 thermostats. I never heard of that ever. But I looked it up and it does. It has 2 thermostats. So it was the other thermostat, the casing on it was cracked, and that's where it was leaking. So hopefully we got it all fixed now. Got it all worked out. So anyway, say all that just to say that I had this idea I want to try, but I got to have the van, and we haven't been able to use the van. So hopefully it's fixed now. And I got this cart. It's a little wagon with bicycle tires on it. Hauls quite a bit of weight. Real easy to move around. It's a lot easier than a wheelbarrow. That's why I wanted the van. I'm going to throw that wagon cart in the back of the van. Oh, there he goes after a squirrel. He saw the squirrel. I'm going to put the wagon in the van, come down here with it. I'll have to bring my chainsaw so I can clear this path. I'm going to take it back there to where the campsite was. Well, it still is. There's still a campsite there. All the stuff is still there. So, take the wagon back there, some trash bags, clean that all up, all the trash, the tent and all that, get it all, just clean it up. And then I'll do that till about dark. And I'm going to bring a chair, start me a little campfire back there. Just sit there in the chair, sitting a couple hours there by the fire, and we'll see what happens. I'm thinking if anything's around and they're watching, they'll see me cleaning up the area. Maybe that'll bring about an interaction. We'll see. That's an idea. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring my little Bluetooth speaker and put on some Native American flute music while I sit by the fire. So that's an idea I want to try, but I need the fan to do that. That's a pretty good skid mark there. Can't tell right there. I guess it's showing up on the camera. I don't know what that's from. Might have been from Wally running, who knows. I figure that's what'll happen. The one day when I find that perfect print in the mud or in the snow, you see the toes and everything, Wally will come running up and step right in there. That's what I figure is going to happen. This stick here, when I did the gifting, I came down like 2 or 3 days later. This was hanging right in the middle of the path. I mean, you can't miss it. It's right in your face when you're walking down the path. So that just appeared there. There's another tree. I need to adjust this. Wait a minute. I don't know if you can see that. I'll walk over to it. There's a tree across there. I've mentioned before about these kids riding their quads through here all the time at night. And all these trees start showing up across the path. There's one. I know trees fall all the time, but if you watch that one video I did, I think it's the one where I was going to the big tree, that big sycamore. Look at how many trees are laying across the path in that video. A little bit beyond coincidental when there's that many trees across the path. Especially because I come through here all the time, and those trees aren't normally across the path like that. This path, for whatever reason, there's always been trees across this path. I don't think they ride back here, but maybe they do. So up here, there's trees across here. It looks like they might have cleared some of it. Yeah, cleared that a little bit. There's still another one up here. There's always trees across this path ever since I've been coming. That's why I'll have to bring my chainsaw, try to clear out a spot. I think there's even more trees across it now than there was. I don't remember this many being across. There was a big X over here. It's kind of funny that there was an X, a real big tall one. It was right over here, and when I did that gifting, the next time I come back it was gone. I don't know if that means anything or not, but it was somewhere right over in here, but then it was gone the next time I come. So I have to bring that cart because it's going to take quite a few trash bags to clean all this out. But I'm sure not going to haul them that far. See how many trees across here? One here, one up there where Wally's at, another one farther up, then there's another one past that one. So I don't know, maybe they were riding through here and all these trees started appearing across the path. This is where I've always thought they would hang out if they stayed in this area, because as you can see, it's pretty thick. You can't see. They got plenty of cover right here. All these junipers and cedars. So this is, even through the winter, it's, you can't see. They got cover. So I've always thought this might be the spot. Hey, what's that? That's a pretty good path right there. Huh. Might have to check that out here. Actually, I think I'm going to go check it out right now. Let's see where this goes. It's probably a deer trail, but looks pretty worn. Pretty worn path. There's an area back here. It's like a big bowl where it sinks down. Pretty big bowl-shaped area. I don't know if this goes to that spot or not. Guess it goes through there. It must be a deer path because it's kind of hard to walk through. Pretty thick right here. I don't know if those are briars or not. No, I guess they're not. Goes through right there. It looks like it does go over to that sunken area. Huh. Yeah, that's a good one. Go all the way back there. Huh, that little tree's got a sock on at the bottom. Alright, got sidetracked. I'm heading back to where the abandoned camp is. Had to take that little detour. See where that deer trail went. All through here, it's so thick. There's plenty of cover. You can't see in there at all. I always liked this area right here, all the evergreens, and that's where I've always thought they would hang out for A couple of reasons, not only because of the cover, but also the way this ground is, you're not going to leave any prints. A lot of gravel in the ground right here. Not sure how loud that wind is on the recording. I know with these headphones on it sounds really loud, but hopefully it's not that loud. I'm holding the camera close to my face, so hopefully you can hear me rambling. Back in here is where that campsite is. So I bring my little wagon back in here. They drug this, whoever was camping drug this picnic table back here. It used to be out there farther back. They brought it back here where they were camping, or close to where they were camping. Probably pretty heavy, so. It's a nice little camp area, although you're not supposed to camp back here. Although there's no signs that says that, but I don't know. I might try it myself. Not right now, but maybe in the spring. Weather's a little better. I might come back here and camp. Me and Wally. Here's where the camp is. What do you do, Wally? Right over there. It's camp. So I was going to bring a wagon back here, clean all this up. They left trash everywhere back here. They left their lights. I don't know if you can see them. They got lights hanging. I mean, they had all this. They had these lights hanging up. There's a couple lanterns. There's the canopy hammock that looked brand new. This hammock. The tent looked like it was pretty new. Apparently they had a kid with them because there's a little, like a child's backpack. It's laying over here. They just abandoned it for whatever reason. I don't know. Something ran them out of here. I mean, I don't know why anybody would just leave all this stuff that's pretty new. Pretty decent shape. Tent looked brand new, pretty much, and so did the canopy, or a hammock, I mean. And you can see they'd been back here for a little while because they had a fire ring right here. And they had had quite a bit set up back here. Had like a beanbag chair to sit on. They brought all this stuff back here. I think that might be, oh, that's a pillow, I guess. Looks like for a kid, or maybe that's a little beanbag chair, I don't know. So, I don't know, it's a mystery why they would abandon all this. So maybe I'll do my campfire right here. See if I get run out. Or maybe they will appreciate that I cleaned it all up. Wally's loving running all over. He's been stuck at the house. We had the grandkids over, so we haven't got out to do any hiking for several days. He's glad to finally get out. Alright, so I'm thinking back in here is where I'm going to leave the recorder. Somewhere in here. So I'm going to shut this off for now until I get my recorder in a spot. Alright, I'm back. I got the recorder placed. I checked the gifting spot. Nothing's changed on it really. I mean, the little guy is hanging by his foot, but other than that, it looks the same. Apple's all rotted, peanut butter's still there. So I'm going to let me see if I can show you. Before I go back, we got about 15 minutes till sundown. See if I can get this turned back around. There we go. Here's where I am. I'm the orange triangle. As you can see, if I turn, it turns, pointing the direction I'm facing. So as you can see, I've explored that area over there pretty well, but this area that it's pointing to right now, I really haven't explored over there much. So I got 15 minutes or so. I'm gonna find me a little deer trail and kind of go back in there and look around. I haven't really checked out that area much. Well, actually, I haven't checked it out at all. It's one of the few areas I haven't been in, and you can see why. It's so thick. I gotta find a spot I can even go in at. I mean, I don't mind going off trail, but I don't really like to hack my way through the briars either. So try to find, that's why I've never been back in there. And I haven't really noticed any deer trails going that way. Look at how thick that is. Trying to find a way back in there. It could be a challenge. It's so thick the deer don't even go back through there. That might be a little deer trail right there. Let's try it. We might be able to get in right here. I certainly wouldn't be trying this in the summer. Let me know if something walks up behind us again, Wally. Because I probably won't hear it. Yeah. Man, this is thick. Wally's right with me. Right behind me. You never know what you might find back in here, though. I should go back and look. Might find some kind of structure. Who knows? Or might not find anything. Oh. Snag the camera. Man, it's thick back in here. I guarantee nobody's going back in here. I'll be surprised if I see any trash back in here. There's something. Let's see. There's a piece of pipe or something right there. I can't tell. The screen is so little on this thing, it's really hard to see what I'm looking at. It's just past Wally, so it should be right. Okay. Right there, that piece of pipe sticking out of the ground. Oh, yeah, that's in there. So that's probably been there for years and years. I don't know what it's from, but like a water storm drain, clay pipe. Well, there ain't much back here other than shrubs. So I guess there really isn't any reason for anything to come back here. Or at least I can say I came back and looked. Getting quite a visual, aren't you? Just about fell there. At least my hip is healed up now. Maybe fix this camera back. So I think it's zoomed in on me. I gotta figure out. I'm gonna shut it off and come back on because it looks like it's zoomed. That's not a very good picture when it's zoomed. Alright, I'm back. Still in the same spot. That's better. Now it's not zoomed in like it was. I hate that when it gets zoomed in because then you can't really see nothing. I don't know how to switch it back other than to turn it off and turn it back on. I guess I need to read up on it. Yeah, there's no trails back here. I mean, looks like maybe possibly a little deer trail here, or critter, some kind of critter. Like right through there, something's been going through. Something small. And through there. Even Wally's having to squeeze through there. I think if this goes over to where the main path coming in from the parking lot is, I think is where I'm at. I'm gonna look at my phone app, get an idea where I'm at here. Let's see. Where's the parking lot? I can't even tell where I'm at here. Okay. Well, I'm almost, let's see if I can show that. I'm almost to an area I have been. I wonder what that black circle is. That goes over. If I go that way, I'm heading toward the lake. But look at that. There's no getting through that. Not without a machete or a chainsaw. I'm not going to fight my way through that. It's like that all the way around. I mean, this is thick here. Yeah. I'll have to do that on a day when I got more time, and I'll bring my machete, hack my way in here. So, all right, I'm gonna head out. So I guess that's it for today.